Right. So we started to, Stooks, we are going through number 10, right? We're in our, but let's go. Let's do this part. Okay, let's go through this as a way to get started, okay, today. Right, so Stooks, Methermenua, Proton Logon.
So, the wife seemed very much to the cowherd to speak well about the present matters or
Excellent.
circumstances, and immediately he began doing these things.
Excellent, very good, keep going.
The one child,
Mhm.
which he bore to be put to death, he handed it over.
He hands over.
Or he hands over this one to his wife.
Very good.
The other one being a corpse
The other half too.
of his being a corpse. Having seized it,
Taking it.
He placed it into like a barrel or basket, container, in which he bore the other.
He was bringing
the other.
He was bringing the other. Very good. Okay, very good. Kalarawe.
Having adorned, understood the child with all the adornments of the other child.
Kanasta.
Is that how I parse it? Carrying into the most deserted of the mountains he places.
Very good, very good. What are you?
Is that as
As Truke Hemera
as the third day
again
happened? The child being exposed.
Or the child being exposed, very good.
He went into
Very
the
good.
city. Well, the cowherd went into the city.
Good.
He
Cut the bone.
having left behind
Excellent.
someone of his coworkers.
Assistant cowherds, as the lexicon tells us.
As guards of it.
Very good. Keep going. Having gone.
Into the city?
Well, into something of Harpagus, right?
Oh, the house of Harpagus.
We do the same thing. I went to Bill's. Okay, I'm going into, Audrey's. We do the same thing, okay? So, having gone to Harpagus's, he
said that he was ready to show the corpse of the child.
Very good, excellent. Stooks.
So Harpagus sent.
Having sent.
Having sent.
To
the most trusted of his spear bearers.
Very good.
He saw through them, and and buried the child of the cowherd.
Very good.
On one hand, the one so toe is the object, right?
Toe, yeah?
Yeah,
That's the subject.
So
Because this is
Passive, yeah.
passive.
So, the one was buried?
Had been buried.
Oh, had been, oh, that was the clue, perfect, right? One had been buried. The other,
Uh-huh. If you may,
the wife, like, took up
the wife took
of the cow herd, took up
having caught a
having not seized, but like having
these are opposites. Paradidoma, I hand over to you.
accepted,
Paralabano, I receive it. I
Having-
take it from you, okay?
having received
Uh-huh.
the other one
Uh-huh.
named
Uh-huh.
Cyrus of
Usteron, Tuton.
after
Uh-huh.
after these ones?
After these things.
After these things.
She etra.
She deceived.
No, not deceived. From Trefo. You think of
Oh, and brought him up.
when she's and note that this is what is tis esto chronos.
It's imperfect.
Imperfect.
So
She
she
she began to rear him, right?
Began to rear him.
Having femene,
Having given
having given
another name, some other name,
some other name,
and not Cyrus.
and not Cyrus. Okay. And here we have this poo again that we saw. Can you remember where we saw that poo before? This indicates this is a moment where Herodotus interjects something about which he's not entirely clear but he presumes has happened. Do you remember that happened? When did that happen again? When we saw a poo?
The name of Argos.
Not the name of Auguste, but you remember the assigning of responsibilities.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So my guess
And-
for this.
And I suppose, I'm guessing, the ophthalmon, to basa use, okay, the eye of the king, okay? Why? Because, well, that's one of the sort of more famous, well-known offices that serves the Persian king, okay? I suppose he did that too, one of those as well. Very good. Ekete erogenita? All right. What? No, I got the wrong one. What's the next one? Here we go. Okay, very good. All right, so here we are. So this next one, and we're returning to the next level of the narrative frame, right? Okay. So we got through this. How far did we get?
I think after the quotation.
We got right down to there. Ara ekete erotinata? Maria ergu. Okay, go.
Translate.
Arku, begin.
When the child said Ethan,
Note that tis esta chronos.
isn't it a participle?
It is participle. Chronos, the tense.
Is it present?
It's present, okay? So what does that tell us about the temporal relationship between this and the rest of the sentence?
comes before.
No, that would be the aorist.
Mm.
Present participle is what? Contemporaneous, okay? So in this genitive absolute, we would say, while the child is saying these things. Okay. So it's contemporaneous, okay? While the child is saying these things, a anagnosis. Okay, continue, Maria.
Okay, so while each child was saying these things, or is saying these things, a realization
Excellent.
entered
Uh-huh.
Osculagus, like about him.
We would say a recognition of him, okay?
Okay.
Or yeah, a recognition, okay? I recognized him, right? So recognition of him entered into Osculagus. And hote karakter.
And is that like being engraved?
Yeah.
In the engraver?
Okay, so character literally means an impression
Okay.
on something, okay? So these are the marks, the character. We use this fake character in the same way. The marks comes from, most literally, from striking an impression on something, okay, from an engraving or from a minting of coin, for example. So it's the stamp, if you will, the stamp to prosuku
Of the face.
of the face. Now, okay, so I just want to sort of give us some sort of cultural orientation, right? Just a little tangent here for us to remember that we live in a world surrounded by visual imagery. I mean, we see ourselves all the time. Okay? Every day we see ourselves, okay? Because we have mirrors around us. Okay, we see ourselves in pictures. Okay, we see our friends post a picture of us on Facebook. We see ourselves, and we see our friends all the time. We see visual imagery of each other all the time, and of other people. Okay, and it's because we are surrounded by media and these visual impressions. These people are not seeing that all the time. Where is the thing that they are most likely to see an image of someone?
Like portrayal, like an effigy or not like a.
Where are they actually seeing other images of people? Do they see themselves very often?
No, not at all.
No, they don't. And where would they see themselves? They would see themselves in some sort of polished metallic object, right? Or in the water or something, okay? It's not like they're seeing themselves very often. Imagine what it would be like to go through life with hardly ever seeing yourself.
It would be nice if everyone kind
It
of.
would be, in some respects, it would be really nice, right? Okay, it wouldn't be so consumed about how we appear, right? Okay? So where else would they see images of things?
Well, if it's royalty, then they're probably going to have either like relief carvings or like paintings or statues.
There'll be some statues, right? Okay. But are they seeing statues of Bill?
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are they seeing statues of?
of people who are probably dead.
Or
Or
well known.
or super, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's think of the Greek world, Greek concept here.
Super important.
Yeah, like for example, super important, like, no, I mean, the gods, right? They're seeing these idealized human figures in the sculptures around them, okay? Or either the chori or the kuroi that they're seeing these things, but they're not meant to be representational in the sense, oh, that's Bill, I recognize him, right? Okay. But there is, I mean, not necessarily in this particular context, but we do have the emerging of what? Where are they going to see images? Coins.
Oh. Yeah.
Right? Now, in this particular context, we're talking in a very early period, but it is important to remember that that is one of the few places where they're going to see imagery of some sort on a fairly common basis, and it's not going to be particularly good. You know, in the Athenian context, they're going to see mostly owls on one side and a depiction of Athena on the other. But as we get into the Hellenistic kingdoms, and then they do begin to see representations, visual representations of, you know, Alexander, for example, and so on, and the Ptolemies and so on. So the notion that we develop some sort of visual understanding of something through this word that's related to the stamping or the engraving of the coin, sort of, you know, gives us a sense of the cultural context. All right, sorry to go on about that.
That's interesting.
Okay, so the stamp, okay, the impression of the face, endoke,
Seem
uh-huh,
to carry,
to estai, this is, so in Latin, we would use the word compara, right? Or compono, okay, to put by something or with something, okay? So this is to be carried, pros, to something. In other words, to be brought to something, okay? I want to compare two things, I'm gonna bring one to the other. So prosperosai, to compare, okay? Seem to correspond,
seem to correspond,
exaltam,
in him.
to his own,
Oh,
to himself, right? And a apokrysis,
and the
from hypokrinomai, a hypokrites. What's that? Answer, okay. So this,
and yeah, the reply
from hypokrinomai, right? Hypokrinomai, which is also the word we use to describe an actor's response to the chorus, right? And so an actor then became a hypokrites, a person who responds, okay? And from that we get hypocrite, right? Because an actor is someone that pretends to be someone else. So the response, hypokrisis,
The response was free.
seemed to be rather free, okay? Quite free.
Is that a comparative?
It's comparative. Okay, keep going. And we've got ta, and chronos,
The age,
or time
time
of the ekthesos.
of the exposure
Excellent. Seemed
seemed
to sumbining,
to agree with,
to go along with,
to
right?
go along with, the, is that the age
The age
of the child?
of the child. Very good. Kalasta. Kalaroi.
Okay. We saw a bunch of those.
Participle. Okay, it's from ek, so up, right? And kaso. Think of the context. The king has just realized that his grandson is talking to him,
Oh, that's like being shocked.
being shocked. Yeah.
Having been shocked
Uh-huh.
by these things
By these things,
in time,
for a time,
for a time.
he was
speechless.
He was speechless. Very good.
Keep going.
Yep.
Uh,
Remember this is the aorist passive participle from anaphera.
He recovered
Mm-hmm.
himself,
Having
having
been-
recovered
Uh-huh.
himself
With
with
the,
difficulty
Uh-huh.
at some time,
sometime, yeah.
he said.
He said, very good. Phelone. And we would see ephelone. In a, the same as roulomenos. Something to ekpempsai,
He sent
to send out. Something to send out ton artembaria. Something to send out artembaria. Hina.
so
Uh-huh.
the
So having lambon, ton bukolon, monon. Uh-huh. Monos, okay. So that he can bas anisei.
Oh, so you can test him,
Uh-huh,
so that taking the cowherd alone,
uh-huh,
you can test,
You
so that
can
you
test
can
it.
test the cowherd
uh-huh,
alone.
that's right. So with felon,
What are the O forms on it?
but well, it's a fellow, we see it mostly in aggregate, fellow, okay? But it's the same thing, I mean, we see it's approximately the same meaning as bulomenos. Tis bulatai, ton hepomonologon methermenue.
Was want,
Yes,
okay,
wanting,
wanting to send.
uh-huh.
Or
Artembaris
Artembaris.
away. No,
Oh,
wanting
wanting
to
to
send
send Artembaris away,
Uh-huh. so that
he
taking the cowherd alone,
alone.
you might test it.
What mood is that?
Yeah, what is that? What is that ending?
It's subjunctive purpose, right?
It's subjunctive, right? It's subjunctive. But what's the tense?
Is it future?
Ah, no such thing as a future subjunctive.
Oh, right.
Let's
Yeah.
just,
So it's gotta be what?
Heirs.
Aorist, right? Why is it gonna be aorist?
Sigma,
You
yeah.
got that sigma right there, okay? From basanidzo. Basanidzo. Basana, o ebanisa. Very good, okay. So he says artembares, right? We talked about how the accent comes back on the
Is it
vocatives.
talkative?
Yeah. Artembares. I, por eso.
Will
Mhm.
do these things in such a way
Or so that.
so that
Mhm.
you and your child
Uh-huh. Sounds all right.
we did some it was like have nothing to complain about.
That's right, that's right.
How
Memphomai means is to assign blame. So that you and your son will assign no blame.
Maiden is the
It-
negative plus the
It's a negative.
yeah.
It's negative because this is a result clause.
Okay.
A result clause. So we've got hina, which is a purpose clause,
Mhm.
and hosta is a result clause. Now, hosta clauses come in two kinds. They come with an infinitive, and those we call the natural result. Okay, what's likely to happen. Right? And then if it's a finite verb, then we call that an actual result. So this is, so he says, I'm going to do these things so that you and your child will have assigned no blame, will have nothing to complain about.
Okay.
And you know that, so when we have this sort of natural result, then it's like a subject accusative and infinitive. It's like an indirect. Very good. Stooks.
So on one hand, he sends
Mm-hmm.
Art and Mars.
Yep.
On the other hand,
Mhm.
Therapontes.
Terapontes.
Is that leading? Or no, those are the based on context, I'm guessing like guards.
Yeah, his helpers.
His helpers.
Yes.
Yeah, so
His guards, his attendants, we would say this is attendants.
his tenants.
We get from this the word therapy, right? Comes from
Right.
this. A terapon is someone that attends to us and helps us. It's our friend. It can be like Patroclus is the terapon for Achilles, okay? So the attendants. On the other hand, the attendants, agon.
Is that a preposition?
Oh no,
Participle?
it's the main verb.
Oh, led.
From ago,
Yeah,
okay?
led, Cyrus,
Eso,
within.
okay, yeah, eso, inside,
Inside.
okay? Quel santos tu astuados.
That's genitive, right?
Mhm.
Try to do something.
Mhm.
So,
It's like this up here.
with Astuages, like staying behind.
No, quel uo, to say my name, quel uo. Not kaleo,
Is it to order?
order, okay? And tis esta ho chronos, what's the tense? Aorist, so it means what?
Also, I guess, order.
Astuages having ordered,
Having
and send the order.
Having ordered, with Astuages having ordered the guards
The guards led Cyrus, Eso,
inside. Yeah.
inside. Very good.
So when
Mhm.
the cowherd,
Very good.
alone,
Look at this beautiful thing right there. Oh my gosh. We are not worthy. Yeah.
is that passive?
It is passive, right? What kind of passive?
Is it perfect?
Yeah, I'm gonna say perfect too. With a
We just saw one of those.
pluperfect.
It's pluperfect, right?
So anytime there's a vowel preceding a reduplication, that's gonna be pluperfect.
Yep.
Okay.
And remember, so that and the fact that we have secondary endings. Okay,
Whereas
because the regular perfect, the perfect passive
you
for this verb would be le, mai.
you just slap on the normal endings to the stem, right? For the perfect.
Le, mai, yeah. So there is no thematic vowel in the perfect. So we put them directly on them. Who so secondary endings and a temporal augment puts it into the pluperfect.
So is that like some late
Tissimane lepo,
is it leave?
leave,
Yeah.
okay?
So hoop is
So
oh the U doesn't or the epsilon doesn't. I wanted to think that was like hoopo.
this would be both, this would be both.
Oh, it is.
So when the cowherd alone had been
Had been
left, okay, when he'd been left, monothon, look at this, we've got monos, monothon. So this is monos is an adjective, and monothon is what kind of word?
That's a adverb.
An adverb, okay, left by himself,
By him.
apart from others, okay?
So totally.
Alone, we would say that when the bukalos had been left alone by himself, okay? I just have to say this, you know, because I've been correcting these papers and we're talking about fate. And almost every student wants to say ultimate fate. I'm thinking, I don't know, call me crazy, but I'm thinking fate is kind of an ultimate thing, right? You know, it's sort of the outcome, okay?
There's some search.
Yeah, I gotta get the word.
There's
count,
some
yeah.
search 101 is
Yeah.
like common trends. I've
Yeah.
edited papers for
Yeah.
learning science.
Oh.
Illustrates, demonstrates.
Well, those are all good words. I love all of those words, but adjectives and adverbs are my passion.
So Astyages,
Uh-huh.
He asked
He asked,
the following. He asked him the following
answers
things.
the following things, okay? Very good. Pothen laboi don balda.
From where
From where
the child
did he laboi
did he take
Uh-huh.
the child,
get the child?
get the child?
Okay, so what do we have there? What kind of word is that?
Good question. Oh, participle?
Oh, it's a verb.
Is it verb?
Yeah, of course. From lambano, right?
I was just gonna, because the participle is labon, but
Lambano, right? Lexomai.
labon.
Lex.
Oh,
Lexomai, okay. Elabon. Okay, those are our aorist, scleros, okay? So what would be the third person singular of elabon?
eleva,
Elabon, right? And we would describe that epsilon as what?
the thematic vowel.
The thematic vowel. Okay.
Oh, so it's optative.
It's optative, right?
Yeah.
So we've got la boy, so this is just the thematic vowel complex.
Where he might have gotten
Yeah.
the,
Okay.
okay.
And it's optative because this is secondary sequence, okay? He asked where he would have gotten the child, okay? Okay, so it's optative. And remember, we can, this is indirect discourse, this is an indirect question. And we can put indirect discourse in, we can use the optative if the word of the main clause is in the past.
Okay, and if it was present, it would be probably subjunctive, right? If it's an indirect.
No, if it's a direct question, it's just.
Oh, it's just
Yeah,
indicative.
where did you get?
Okay.
Elabas, okay, where did you get the child?
Okay.
Kaitis A,
And who went?
and who is
And who is the
paradus?
It has something to do with like someone. Who is the
Well, we just saw this. This is from what?
paradiddle?
Paradidima.
So who is the giver?
Who is the giver?
Oh.
And who handed the baby over? Kalasta. Kalaroi. Hoda.
Is the subject still?
No. So remember
Oh, the
who's there.
subject is osteoages.
Wait, so wait a minute. Okay, so what's the setting here?
They're talking
They're talking. Who's talking?
indirectly. Osteoages.
Osteoages and
The two subjects.
that's right. So the two of them.
Just the two.
Hoda. So
He is an
and he meaning
osteo.
no osteoages is just talked.
Well, then why not just say it's him? Okay, so he lifted up
So this is the cowherd.
from himself.
The cowherd. Okay. Said Efe
Said from
that understood the child
the child.
Okay,
Was,
got it.
became,
became exiled too from himself.
so he's saying it's his child.
It's his child. Yeah. Okay.
It's not clever.
And Tain Teku-san,
The bird.
well,
Like the
act of giving birth, untain, what does this tell us? Number, case, and gender?
It's.
Yes,
And dated.
not dated, that would be Tate. We're in indirect discourse, remember? Accusative.
And it's.
And he said that the child was from him and that this feminine singular
The
thing,
mother.
the mother, the person who
Yeah.
gave birth,
To him was.
is, or he was, eta parhe autoi. Still, parhe toi,
Still,
by him.
what is that? Woman?
So this child is from, so he said the child is from him, from himself, and that the mother, the woman who gave birth to him, was still with him,
Oh, okay.
okay?
So it's not like she died or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maria, Astrages,
Astraeus,
F.A.,
said
said that
that he,
and this is whole ton bukolon, right? That he, uk you esta.
what is, the boo is that?
You so buuo, okay, so buuo, and this is the middle, okay, buuo. Tiskignoske, tisemane, buuo. Anybody?
He's looking at thighs.
To advise, okay, to take counsel, right? So the boule is the counsel in Athens, the boule. So buuo is the verb of taking, involved in taking counsel. And note that this is middle, okay? So he said
He said he
that he was not,
was not well advised.
well advised, okay? That he was not thinking or advising himself very well, okay? You're not thinking this through very clearly, okay? You're not thinking this through very, epithemunta, so this goes back to auton, to the whole bukolon.
This is a new word.
Yeah, epithumepo. Thumos, remember what the thumos is?
The seat of reason.
Seat of emotion and reason, okay? So apparently wanting, okay, desiring to apheknesai.
To kill.
No, that would be, well, you're probably thinking of apophnesco or apolum, aphekneomai. So we've seen this, well, let's look. I actually have this here. Ready to go. This would be a good exercise. Here we go. About how this works, okay? So here we are, we've got our whole readings here, and we're gonna search up here. Oops. Now mine. Okay, there we go. So there's an example. I'm sorry. Okay, so ho bukolos
The cowherd,
kai analabon ton paidion
having taken up the
uh-huh.
child,
He
went,
tin alte hodon opisto
in his,
the same hodos, the same hodon, He went the same
the same road
o piso back,
back,
and he afiknetan. Eisten oikion,
and brought,
oikion. No, so he went and he eisten oikion into his,
into his house.
he what? Afiknetan. Okay, remember? Okay, so here's another one, another example. Okay. Afiko mene, okay. Here we go. Okay, here it is. Okay, so here we go. O astuages, met epimsato,
Sent
sent
after
after his tugatera,
his daughter,
ekton perseon,
from Persia,
from the Persians,
from the Persians.
and she was Usan,
She was being, is that pregnant?
pregnant,
Okay.
being pregnant, and he, Fulasa,
He guarded
her afikomene,
her chicken bird.
no, arrived, having arrived.
Okay, oh my gosh.
Okay, to afikneomai means I arrive, and it almost always appears with the preposition is something, to arrive at something. Okay, good. And then sometimes when you get a sense of what this, and you try to make it fit, and you just have to kind of go back and
Mhm.
just look at these other examples, okay? All right, so epithumento, wanting to afikesai, to arrive is anankas megalas.
In the, is that the biggest?
The big, just big anankas. Ananke means force, necessity. This is a little slightly idiomatic, okay, so we don't think of so. So essentially, so we'll finish this up really quick, okay. At the same time, saying
Saying these things,
these things, he esemina.
He said,
Well, he said that here he sort of motioned or signaled,
okay.
okay, he signaled
He
to the,
signaled to the spear bearers
to Lambane,
to take
to take him,
him.
the child's home, okay?
Okay.
So in other words, you're not thinking the right way, okay? Because you apparently want to get into big trouble. And at the same point, he signals for his steer bearers to grab him, okay? There's going to be, going to apply maybe some physical violence.
So you could translate that as trouble instead of force and it's
Yeah, I mean, in our idiom, it's, you're gonna get in trouble, okay? Trouble as in potentially, physically terrible troubles, right? All right, good.